the Sony, I think it's an Xav-Ax5000. I'll put the exact because I don't remember all the stuff. But anyway, we'll do a quick review, put all the specs and everything in the description. The link to Crutchfield, we got it from Crutchfield. This is actually our second one. The first one I got an open box model, saved $50. What had happened was, I don't know if that was a return or an open box, just because the way they do their tech support over the phone. But we had the Bluetooth module, Bluetooth chip, the Bluetooth went out of it. So we couldn't use Android Auto, couldn't do all that kind of stuff. So we sent it back, they sent us a new one. Sounds great. Whether it's our phones or the model, I don't know. So the only downfall I've seen to it is the freaking Bluetooth and Android Auto. Glitchy. It'll lose your saved phones. It's just glitchy. We lose our saved phones. It won't connect to Android Auto. The screen will flash when you have the maps on. It may forget your phone. It may disconnect your Bluetooth from your phone. These are our experiences from it. So all of our bad stuff has all come from Android Auto and our phones. But it happened to everybody in the family's phones, so I'm venturing to say it's more of the stereo than it is anything else. We did try different cables, the typical troubleshooting stuff. So the biggest disadvantage I found to this was the Bluetooth and the Android Auto. So that's the down. The good, it's a great screen. It's a bright screen. When you get into the settings, you can even, if I can get into everything. So when you're in here and your home and your settings, the visual, you can actually do the dimmer auto, the dimmer on, dimmer off. There's really those only settings on there. So your brightness, you can't do a whole lot, but here's your Bluetooth. It's all right there. Your visual, okay, we just did visual, didn't we? Sound. The great thing is extra bass boost. You've got a subwoofer, balance fader, crossover. You've got several options as far as your sound goes. General, of course, the date, the beep, factory reset, which we did try to factory reset a couple times in the old version and this one as well, trying to figure out this whole Bluetooth issue. Steering controls are preset, so we kept all the same, all the wiring harness and everything was from Crutchfield. We did everything from Crutchfield. And the wonderful thing about Crutchfield on this model was for $24.99. I've been installing stereos since the 90s. So for $24.99, they actually pre-crimped all of the wires for the harness to the stereo. That saved me some time, and that $24 is money well spent. So back to the stereo. I just want to give a quick, like I said, quick review. USB, you do have, which I've got them. Let me get in here. You do have two USBs. You've got a USB for like your media and everything, which is what we have here. Then you've got a USB number 2, which is like your memory, your music. If you would do a software update, you would use this one, I think, as well. The other one is the smartphone USB memory or video music. So you do have two options with USBs on the back. You do have options for your backup camera and all that, which I never installed on this Jeep yet. And this install is in a 2017 Wrangler JKU, which is Ron's in the back seat filming. So, Sirius, we listen to the same 9 channels. I did not buy, you would need the extra chip, the extra box for the Sirius. Even though this has a factory, you still have to have that little converter box. We didn't get it. Tuner, it's a really good, it sounds good. I mean, to get into, and of course, we also have the upgraded Alpine stereo with subwoofer. So I wanted a good stereo that's got some power to push it and to get those high ends and to get the low with the bass with the subwoofer that's installed in the back. So to get into that, it does. The high end is really good. Of course, you have all your presets. Go back to home. You have your Sirius, which, like I say, we don't have the box. Bluetooth, that's some Justin Timberlake. I don't do Bluetooth a lot of video. So now we just punched in, hooked up to the phone, Bluetooth on, or now we have Android Auto on. So if you go home, it's right there. Of course, you have USB, you have your settings, you have your phone if you want to use your phone. Of course, Android Auto. I love Android Auto. So go back into that. There's your phone, which everybody knows about it. It is a really good fun. I mean, when it works, it's awesome. When this one didn't work, it sucked. Hated it. But the sound to this is what I really wanted people to know, because when you're watching, Crutchfield reviews or any YouTube reviews, I'm not going to show you an install. It was an easy install. In a Wrangler, this install, to strip everything off, put it all back in, I'm 30 minutes, 35 minutes in. Not a big deal. So you've got all your presets. So you've got rock, pop, dance, hip hop, EDM. So of course it changes all your all your frequency levels. Subwoofer on and off, and you got your level there for that. The great thing is when you can go into custom, you can set how you want it. Now, the old rule of thumb: turn it up a third of the way you normally listen to. Set your controls, and then by the time you're at your loudest, it still should sound good. That, like, the high end on this and the power we had. Everybody's like, wow, that's like, can we turn that down a little bit? It's really like deafening and make my ears bleed. So with all the settings, I really want to give it a good review. It is a really great stereo. You can't customize it a whole lot, the wallpaper, things like that. It's very basic, almost like a basic, Uconnect system you'd find in a Wrangler or a Dodge or whatever. But it does sound good. It's got the power. It pushes it out. But for us, like I say, the biggest problem I had was the Bluetooth with the Android Auto glitchy. We're going to put a JVC in. I'm going to do a video of that. We're going to put a JVC stereo in. I changed brands because I wasn't happy with this. Once again, Crutchfield was amazing to deal with. They're tech guys. They're customer service guys and gals. Awesome. So we're going to do that install real quick. I'll get another video. We'll do another review of that. But I wanted to show this one as a quick video. It's a great stereo. I had issues. Doesn't mean you will. But, for the price point, $325 or so bucks, it bangs for that price. So, anyway, so there you go. That's my review of it. Very short, simple, to the point, and have a great day, yo.